Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. We're heading back to the new Guardian ruins once again, this time with the new mission from Ram Tah the Engineer. It's paying out 30 million credits and it may be a bit of a runaround, but it's certainly worth it because from this one you're going to get plenty of lore and background history to the Guardians and perhaps just a little bit from the Thargoids as well. Now there's a few of these ruins around. This one is in the cold 123 sector. Once you arrive, just look at the nav panel and head towards one of the farther out planets. As soon as you're under 1000 light seconds, you will see the beacon for the Guardians appear on the nav panel. So it makes it very easy to find, and it means you don't have to worry about the coordinate system down on the planet. So the big question, how to obtain this mission? We'll head to the Min system and then dock at Mitchell Dock. Now don't dock at Phyllis Dog because you'll get given the previous Ram Tah mission and that will be the wrong mission and you'll end up wasting a whole load of time just like I did. So the one you want is Mitchell Dock, or I do believe one of the other stations there as well. As soon as you dock, you'll get a mission in your inbox. This is fully voice acted so you can listen to it. It will also appear in your transactions tab so you'll be able to check out the mission there. So head to one of the new ruins and once there, the first thing I suggest you do is deal with all the Guardian Sentinels. Now these are aggressive by default, unlike, interestingly enough, the ones at the Thargoid sites which leave you alone unless you actually make them hostile. So once they're dealt with, there's two things you actually want to look for. One of these is the Guardian obelisks. They look just like this, except that they light up when you get close, and you can see little symbols on these obelisks, which is new, and you'll find out that each one of these symbols actually represents an ancient artifact lying around this site. Now there's a number of those artifacts and they actually glow much like the obelisks, and I've placed a few of them in the background so you can see just there. Now you want to go around and pick some of these up, so have a look around the site and soon enough you should find some. So each artifact is actually very visually different, complete a distinct shape to it, and you can see this one here is the urn, and we'll get out in the external cam and you can get a closer look just like that. Now, Commander Indigo Weird has actually been helpful enough to post a thread on the official forums with all the information you need to figure out which icon represents which artifact. And of course, I'll link that in the video description below so you can go and check it out for yourselves. Now this one here wants the urn and the totem. So once you've got these in the cargo hold of your SRV, the next step is very simple. Simply you target the obelisk and then use your link scanner to scan it. Once that's done, if you're lucky enough, you'll get a bit of data. In this case, I was fortunate enough to get a blueprint, and you'll also get a message as well from Ram Tah. Now I'm going to play one of these messages back. There are a whole bunch of them, so I won't play them all, just one or two, but do keep in mind they will constitute a bit of a spoiler, but here's the first one.
How extraordinary. This log suggests there are many more Guardian sites out there waiting to be uncovered. And I mean hundreds, perhaps even thousands. Unfortunately, some of the data in this record is degraded. If there was a map inside this log, it has been lost. Who knows what remarkable knowledge might be hidden in these alien ruins. The more of the Guardian's extraordinary technology we uncover, the greater the potential impact on our own technology. Locating further Guardian sites could help us take giant steps forward.
So you will have noticed that that message was 26 of 28, meaning there's 28 messages in total, and you'll get these spread across the various different ruins whilst using the different artifact combinations with different obelisks. Before we come to the end of the video, I do want to talk about one thing in particular. Someone found message 3, I believe, and this was a Commander Tannerin, and he posted it to Reddit. It actually confirms a Thargoid Guardian War. It also said that the Guardians attempted to decode the Thargoid language and communicate with them, but despite successfully doing this, the Thargoids didn't want to have any of it and simply kept attacking the Guardians. So that particular faction of the Thargoids at least is very hostile. I'll leave you to one other message from Ram Tah then, and I suspect if you're interested, you'll go and get the rest yourselves.
This log concerns the end of the Second Civil War. Remarkably, it seems the artificial intelligences developed during the conflict became fully self-aware at some point, and were horrified by the destruction unfolding around them. It's difficult to get a sense of exactly what happened next, as the Guardians were not privy to the construct's thoughts. But, reading between the lines, I believe the constructs determined that even if peace was restored, the Guardians would never be able to transcend their violent natures. It is my theory that they decided that the only way to preclude further violence, while giving their own burgeoning society the best possible chance of survival, was to destroy what remained of the Guardian's civilization. By this time, the constructs had complete control of the Guardian's munitions and automated war machines. Their attack, when it came, was swift and merciless. Strategic nuclear and chemical weapon strikes were executed with a precision that only a machine race could accomplish. The few that survived were able to record what had happened, but they soon succumbed to radiation poisoning. The Guardians were utterly destroyed.